What's up, guys? Shawnee with Spencer's Lawn Care. It has been a crappy 2 days, fellas. It's just like life just wants to kick you, you know? We all go through it. I mean, I know it's going to pass and all, but man, does it suck when you're going through it. You know how they say when it rains, it pours? When it freaking rains, it pours. So, my little black Chevy, the plow truck, hasn't got to really see any snow yet. Went out and played around a few times with it with just, an inch or a trace, we had one that was a little over an inch and just really played around with it a couple times and, everything worked great. Well, driving yesterday, about 11 o'clock in the morning, going down the highway, I hear something pop in the rear end, so I start slowing down, stop, continue driving, don't hear it no more, it's fine. I just thought maybe I ran something over. I just told myself whatever it was because I didn't want to admit that, hey, I just heard something break in my truck. So I go probably another mile and a half and I exit off the highway to go down, like I said the other day, to my cousin's restaurant, and I pull up to the stop sign. And when I pull up, the truck like jerks kind of. So I'm like, well, what the hell, So I get out and I look. I don't see nothing leaking, no transmission fluid or anything, and everything looks okay. So hop back in the truck. I'm only like a mile and a half from a restaurant. Put it in drive. Start going. Get up to like 20 miles an hour. Clink, 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 pow! I'm like, the hell was that? So I stopped. Well, when I'm slowing down, right before I get to stop, pow, hits again. So I'm like, okay, something's broke here for sure. So, pull the truck over, call my uncle, he's a mechanic and stuff, and I kind of tell him what's going on, and he's like, it could be something in the crankshaft, get under there, wiggle the shaft there, the drive shaft, not the crankshaft, the drive shaft, guys. So I get under there and I'm wiggling it, and it's got a little bit of play in it. So I'm thinking, maybe it broke inside the housing there. So that's what I'm thinking. He's like, well, hey, the damage is already done. He's like, get it towed over here, whatever, or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm sitting at the off ramp just right on the other side of the road. So I'm like, I can't leave this truck sitting here while I'm waiting on a tow truck. So I'm like, well, I'll just drive it up to my cousin's restaurant. It's a mile. So I get going, and it pops at 20 miles an hour again. But then it doesn't do it again up to 45, 50 miles an hour. And I get to the restaurant, get parked. Long story short, we get it towed over to my uncle's house. And he's under there. He's checking. He's like, no, it's not the drive shaft. He's like, let's jack the rear end up. So we jacked the freaking rear end up and automatically, like, as soon as we jacked it up, he knew something was wrong because we're in park and the tires are like rotating on their own. We can spin them. They shouldn't be able to do that when it's in park. So, long story short, ripped the rear end out of the truck. Didn't do anything. Wasn't romping on it. Wasn't beating it up. Wasn't plowing. Wasn't really doing anything that could break it. It just, it broke. It's time to break. It's like 5 degrees here right now. When stuff gets cold, it doesn't work properly. It's a little bit older of a truck. Really nice truck, but a little bit older. It's a 2000. And I'm going to show you guys. Don't worry. I'm going to show you. But right now, it's in the shop. So we get that in there. And, we find out it's the rear end, what do they call them? The spider gears completely gone. Cracked the housing there. So basically my whole rear end has to come out and we have to buy another one to replace it. So I got that ordered. We got to go pick it up tomorrow in Wadsworth, Ohio. And it's $1,000. Something I'm not really wanting to spend right now. But so we're going to get that. And then today, driving out, going to do an estimate, pull up, put the car in park, Put my 2002 Chevy full size, put it in park, shut the truck off, go out, give the estimate, hop back in the truck, turn the ignition, click, 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 click. I'm like, what the hell, you know? Get out. I'm looking, you know, my lights are dim, so I kind of automatically, you know, I'm mechanically inclined. I can put two and two together. You know, it's a battery, an alternator, you know, starter, something along those lines. So rip the battery out, take the battery in, get it charged, or get it checked, you know, that takes 4 hours. Comes back, battery's fine. Buy an alternator. Go put the alternator on. Truck fires up, fine. Drive home. In the house maybe an hour and a half. Come back out, hop in the truck, click, 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 click. So I'm like, what the hell, you know? Alternator was bad or something, you know? Call my uncle, I'm like, hey, something's going on here, you know? Can you come check it out? Blah, blah, blah. He comes over. The freaking battery went bad. So I take it back. So now I got 151 wrapped up in the alternator. I got $149.99 wrapped up in a brand new battery. Truck's back running, but like the bank account's over here like, you know? I got a whole skid of salt. I mean, it's like, come on, you know? I need a break, honestly. You know, I'm not one to, I'm not even going to go there. You know, it's this, you know, man, when, you know, people say when it rains, it pours, guys, it honestly freaking pours on you. I mean, it's like, what does a man have to do to get a freaking break, you know? And, you know, it's kind of like back at the expo time. Rent a car. That morning, guy's supposed to come to install the freaking heater. The furnace went out in the house, guys. Guy's supposed to come install it. He calls me. I'm thinking I'm going to get to leave about 1, 2 p.m. that day. Get down there late that day. Stay the night. Yada, yada, yada. Long story short, he cancels on me. Can't come till late that day. I'm not even going to go into that big old long story. But needless to say, it ended up taking about almost 2 days after that to get it done. When he ordered the furnace, there's a separate housing that sits on the bottom of the furnace. Well, for some reason, it didn't come with it. It was supposed to. They didn't package it or something, so we couldn't install it properly. So we had to wait on that. Luckily, they overnighted it here from Pennsylvania. And, you know, it only kept me down another day. But for any of you guys that were wondering why I wasn't at the expo, I'll just go ahead and throw that in here with my crying story. But, yeah, so it's just kind of just rolling over a little bit here at the end. I just don't know what to do but shake my head, guys. You almost have to laugh. You know, I get frustrated. We get peed off, you know, whatever. But at some point, it almost just becomes comical, you know. And all you can do is just, honestly, just laugh and say, what the, you know? I mean, I don't know, fellas. But the trucks are going to come, guys. The black truck should be back out of the shop. I'm guessing probably Monday or Tuesday. I do have a little bit of stuff filmed with the plow. And actually, I may end up selling the plow here because I got a buddy that's really wanting the plow. I'm gonna lose just like 50, 75 bucks on the deal, but he really wants it. He has the exact truck that it'll fit on. You know, he's got the same thing I do, and he's already got another plow, so it's like it's just a backup for him. But he knows how nice the plow is. He knows what I got it for. I got it for a pretty decent price for the plow, and so I'm honestly just contemplating just, you know, calling it a freaking day on the whole plow season this year. I've been talking to Kenny. You know, me and Kenny's working out a little deal behind the scenes where, you know, I can still make profit on it, you know, percentage, you know, whatever me and him end up finalizing on it, that, you know, I'm still going to be okay. He's going to be okay. We're both going to make money. And at the end of the day, you know, we move forward. And, you know, I'm kind of honestly, I'll just say it like this. I'm kind of looking forward now to the spring at this point. You know, we're here in January now. I mean, there's a big storm coming across the country that they're saying is not even coming close to me. I mean, it's going to go right under me. So it's like, you know, how long do I wait before, you know, the deal that I have sitting there to get out from under the money I have invested in my plow? How long do I wait, you know? Because he's not going to wait forever. I'm just sitting here like twiddling my thumbs, you know, like, come on, snow, snow, snow. And it's just not freaking happening for me, boys. So, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, wait, you know, it's Ohio. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But at this point, with the contracts, this being my first year on my own, you know, I have 2 commercials. I have those locked up regardless. I can kick those and make a percentage on the side that I'm still doing okay with that. And the residentials, I can just work them in, you know, with Kenny, and you know, he can take care of those, and we can both be happy, and my customers are happy. And you know, I'm already looking at spring, guys. I'm looking at this year, looking at being more progressive, being more professional, being just everything better, getting on time, you know, cutting out all the BS. You know, I'm kind of in like the same boat, kind of like Top Notch is in. He talks, you know, about, you know, wanting to get everything, you know, condensed, you know, and get everything running smoother. I'm kind of in the same boat. Not that I haven't ran smooth. I've ran fine over the years. I'm just kind of getting to the point now where I'm tired of dealing with the crap, and the crap's always going to be there. But, you know, I'm learning more of what to look for in employees, what not to take whenever you're talking to employees. You know, just stuff like that, guys. I'm really looking to stay away from the BS and, you know, go from there. So this video is getting kind of long, guys. I'm already, geez Louise, I'm already over 12 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one, guys. Keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. I'll see you on the next video. The trucks are coming. I know I told a few of you the other night in the comment section that the trucks were coming in the next video. I wasn't planning on making this video, but I just honestly needed somebody to vent to. The wife's at her mother-in-law's, the kids are gone, and me and Bud Light are just kind of hanging out. So, all right, guys, later.